Another document, a form stuck in the chart. Don't disregard it, got to read it so you know. Don't take a guess at this precious part of life.
The video was created by Dr. Barton, who did a very nice parody depicting chronic issues with drugs in the emergency department. And I reached out to him to essentially say, hey, nice job, as he's a colleague of mine, and we got to talking about how he wanted to take on more complex issues and try and get messages across using different mediums. And we talked about the triad research and the confusion surrounding end-of-life care, and he jumped on it and created this video.
It's something unpredictable, maybe the end of life. I hope you take the time to get it right.
Well, I made this video in order to help spread the message that many of us in healthcare don't really have a good understanding of advanced directives and end-of-life documentation, and many of us get confused with reviewing these documents and may not really get a patient's wishes right. This is something that Dr. Fred Mirarchi has tried to get across for many years, something he's been passionate about. And so when he approached me with the opportunity to help try to spread that message, I was happy to help.
So take a pause and use a checklist every time. A DNR don't mean no care of any kind. Talk to the family and ask if there's time. For what it's worth, it is worth all your
I think one of the important things to try to get across in this video was to make it clear that it is a problem, that our understanding of the terminology, understanding of the medical legal aspects of advanced directives and end-of-life care is not what it should be.
A living will is a document that comes into play when a patient can no longer make decisions for themselves, so they're no longer competent. And essentially what occurs in that document is that a patient has to meet triggers, specifically an end-stage medical condition or a persistent vegetative state. So those documents are not supposed to be followed just because they exist. When they exist and are created, they're something called effective, meaning they're valid and legal. They're a piece of paper that should help generate a discussion. They become activated or enacted or triggered, for lack of a better term, when the person can't make decisions for themselves and enter that terminal condition or persistent vegetative state. That is the only time that that document is supposed to be followed to actually impact the care and treatment of the patient. A DNR order is something different. A DNR order is a medical order, and essentially that only comes into play if a patient is found with no pulse or not breathing. So in other words, dead. It's not supposed to impact the care and treatment of a critically ill patient or any other patient outside of that particular instance.
It's something unpredictable, maybe the end of life. I hope you take the time to get it right.
Now there's a third document called a POLST order, which is a physician's order for life-sustaining treatment. Now that again is a medical order, and it's a medical order set. And it encompasses DNR orders, but can also encompass full treatment orders. So it's really important to clarify that these are all not the same, and that you should not be following these documents or orders just because they exist. And it really is a time that we should start to look at these things and question them.
My hope is that this video is entertaining enough to be worth spreading and sharing amongst others in the medical field, so that the awareness of this issue is increased and overall we can improve in the way we address and handle end-of-life care.
I hope you take the time to get it right.